Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody all over. So, today I wish to go into my thoughts I had this morning about happiness and being content. The difference. Haven't you noticed everything that is short lived in life, everything that that comes and goes, that has a short time span, are the most best things ever. Going on vacation, falling in love, getting some new stuff, eating some good food. Everything that has happiness actually in it. Because the good food, the trip, the this, the that. Man, I looked at this years ago and I love to say certain words and repeat the same words. So eventually in your subconsciousness, because this is how I compute myself, repeat, repetition, repetition like cycles. Sun go up, down, up, down, up, down. Rain comes, go, come, go, come, go. Then winter, then summer, then this, then that. Then you have solstice, then you have cycles of 5,000 years, then you have cycles of 10,000 years, then you have bigger like that. So I hated, like, I remembered going into maturity, 11, 12, you're going more, you're covering more empty space, more distances. And then things would happen to me. I would go here and there because when you're in between, let's say, 10 and 20, whoa, this is the biggest experiment that is actually. Like if you go through a normal Western society and then around the age of 11, 12, your hormones start hijacking your system. You're with men, our hormones is thinking for us. We do not think, we don't need to think, we have hormones for thinking at that age. So if you in the meanwhile have children, like I was talking to a friend and she's like, yeah, my daughter has a boyfriend and this and that. I told her, did you meet him? No. Why? Blah 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 blah. So I always set out that what is replying towards me, the mind, and information gathered, intellect, and ego. So I sit, I wait, and I told this person, you should invite this guy to your house, let him sit on your couch and say in his face, hello, how are you? Because without your consent, you'll still be busy with your daughter. Better you take it into your house at once. Let them see you and the energy. But anyway, I'm dwelling off. I wish to speak my mind about being content and happiness. As I am explaining now, the happiness comes and goes, and I hated it. Why did I hate it? Because it was not permanent. My happiness was not permanent. As a small child, keep on doing so many things, people thinking this or that, irresponsible or super shallow. Fuck that up. Fuck it. I was already perceiving something beyond what they were perceiving, and but I was walking next to them. But I camouflaged it. That's why when the Cubans come to my country, I always tell the Cubans, you must have four things in your toolbox: confidence, confiance, paciencia, patience, disciplina, brother, disciplina. Because you want to reach a target, discipline. The fourth thing I told them I learned in my country: camouflage. The less they know in a small society about you, where you are not a number but a face and a name. You know, maybe you are Western, maybe you are this, maybe I don't know what you are, but in my country, in a small society, we grow up with names and faces and our deeds. We are being judged on our deeds 40 years, 30 years later in life. So I hated this so much. Being happy had to do with the circumstance, and then I'm a young little man and I'm like, fuck this shit, because where did it hit me the most? With love. With love. You should be very careful when you have people around you that are hurt when it comes to love. The hurt, like this is the ultimate power in the power sound, anahata. Anahata. You know, the heart frequency, the unstruck sound. As I was in the ability couple of times, more than couple of times, to utilize my music instruments as healing tools as we are operating on the spirit, as we are reprogramming the mind, the the way I incorporate sounds, I love it so much. And other people I see they benefit from it because it's a spirit operation. We are operating you on your spirit level and on your mental level without cutting you open. We don't need to heal your body because that what is healing your body is called your mind. Make it weak and it will not stick. So now I wish you to understand something. That's the following. When you have circumstances, you get happy or not. Circumstances made me heartbroken, and when you are in that part, the balance of the whole system, three chakras on the three above, the anahata in the middle, those things impacted me and I hated it, and I told myself I do not want to be happy anymore. What? I was like, yeah, fuck happiness, fuck it. Illusion, short span, lifespan. If I do something, I am happy, and if I do nothing, then what the fuck? I am unhappy, and this happened to me all the time. So I went out in the world. I went out, and I went out, and I got and gained so much of going out. But still, that part of you, that non-physical part of you, you need to maintenance this part differently. So the elevation of chemistry in your body is like happy, fuck happy, happy, sad, tears, laughter, happy, sad, all of them come out one place. We give it the name happy, we give it sorrow, we put the illusion. Even the names we use on things is elusive because all these things are in this room, but we see it separate from the room. No, 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 no. So when you now are in your system and you start grasping like fuck this shit, I don't want happiness anymore in my life, neither do I want sorrow. It's coming out of the same place. If the system goes up and down, am I not a sound? Am I not a frequency? Am I not a vibration? Am I not going up and down? A song is going. A song is going up and down. So it's okay for going up and down. It's okay. We'll make it easy for you. We'll call it sorrow or happiness or this or that. If you go beyond this, and then I ventured into this beyond because discipline came. I had to do the yoga, I had to do the pranayama, I had to go into the seeds of knowledge, I had to go into isolation. For 35 years, I was having a life, a nightlife, a this life, a that life, drinking a bottle per day for 15 years, and until I was 35, I was still, like partying. But even in between, I was doing the sadhanas. I was taking the courses. I was with meditation and pranayama. I ventured so deep into the system. And then there's the explanation. Beyond happiness comes the bliss part. And this bliss is actually connected with being content. But actually bliss is a much higher one. So you have happiness, you have bliss, then you have ecstasy, then we get nirvana, and then we get samadhi, which has 5 stages. Enlightenment comes in 5 stages. So now, when I say I am content, yesterday I am sending deliberately a message to another friend. Hello, how are you? You see, it's lockdown and I'm alone again and it's okay. And then a reply came later, like, yeah, you told me this once. It doesn't matter if I'm with my boyfriend or not. It doesn't matter if I'm with my children or not. It doesn't matter if I'm in the corona in my house and not outside of my house. You know, these things shouldn't matter in your well-being. Of course, we need some happiness, and of course, if happiness is there, indulge into it and be fully happy. But try to extend that stage of happiness. Because now with the corona, you see the corona is making you do stuff that even if you're in the possibility. You know, this thing with the corona, I love it so much. It's teaching all classes from the highest to the lowest, low, mid, high, this, that. Everybody is being taught now the same lesson. If you gathered more material, you gathered more money, you gathered more ego, you gathered more status, you gathered more this. At 8 o'clock, go at your fucking house, brother and sister. And if you have dispensation, if they give you permission, still everybody is the same. 20, 30 years ago, I was partying every day and I would see the same people. Because the rest of the people didn't have money to go party. So it was not fun. You are alone drinking a bottle of whiskey alone. It's not fun. You want to drink it with other people. You know, don't worry about the other stages like ecstasy and nirvana and this and that. But if you can become content, you know, if I give people choice, do you want this or do you want that? They always take the choice of going on vacation, going to the jungle, going to a beach, going. And even you will say, listen, it's a short thing and yeah, but for that time I will be happy, right? Yes. But then give me happiness. And then I will tell the other person like, hey, you will be content. You must do this every day. Every day you wake up 5 o'clock and what the fuck? Yes, every day you wake up 5 o'clock in the morning and you do some sitting with your eyes closed. Can I not sleep in that meanwhile? No. If you sit while you're awake and you close your eyes, it's a whole different. But it is something you cannot see. And some people do not even experience this. Even you put them on yoga a month, you put them on. You see it when you travel around the world. People going from retreat to retreat, from place to place, where all of us psytrance and yogis are hanging around. But only when the right people, the right circumstances are there, these people feel blissful in the system. But the moment it is not like that, even if they are in paradise, doesn't work anymore for them. And why doesn't it work? Because they're going for the short times. In my country is a funny thing, the short time room, short time this, short time, everything is short time. If I look at all the people I know for since my birth till now, all of them is short time. For a short time you're famous, for a short time you're this, for a short time you're that, for a short time. I don't know. I don't know about all these things. But some of the people I come in contact with, please, I am one of the examples you can follow of being content. And then yesterday, my friend, yes, you in Ecuador. Hello. I'll tell you something. I told you yesterday. Mm, now I'm thinking about my friend too. I hope she's doing good. But I told her yesterday, we should practice gratitude. What? Am I not grateful? No, 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 no. You are very grateful. That is not it. But practicing gratitude is the most cheapest, the most easiest, the most comfortable, the stage. You can even sit and practice this sadhana without moving or needing to breathe. And this is called what I preach, gratitude. Yeah, but I am grateful. No, no, no. You should put gratitude, being grateful, into an exercise. You go in the morning, you work. It's a scheduled thing. You have to do it for your finances. You go to the gym, you train, you need to do this. And it's the same. It's an exercise. And then you have a physical exercise. Then we play chess. Then we have a mental exercise. And then we have a spiritual exercise. You should categorize not outside so much than inside what is happening. And inside what is happening is, if you have a spiritual exercise, it's called a sadhana. Sadhana, my sadhana for so many years. You know, when you are a young individual, you don't carry information yet you understand everything. Everything is falling into its place, and you are a child and doing childless things, and then your parents are making you too fast into the adult. But what you should do is practice gratitude. I have this. I love it. Love it so much. Thank you that I can use you. Thank you. Thank you. Now my hair is combed. Sabita, thank you. Tomorrow, wow. My skin itches. Thank you. Wow, other people do not have this. If you take every little item in your house for 1 year, you do the gratitude practice. Every day you take an item and you practice it. Wow. I remember how much stress I have if I don't have this. I remember if I need to leave the house and meet a nice thing or something. It's an exercise. To get to a certain stage of being content, something you cannot see, something you feel subtle, and it is not physical in its nature. Because happiness can be very physical. You're on vacation, you're on the beach, you're it's happiness because circumstances are there. So for everybody that are, because this was also one aim. Every time I go do yoga, it's like 10 euro, or every time I do a course, it's like 2, 3, 400. I don't know, whatever. So expensive. And then these teachers will tell you you're not allowed to teach beyond this concept outside. Listen, I respect it and I understand that doing it correctly, you need to be shown. But if you are shown, then I'll tell you something about life. We are all teachers, as all of us are students. At the same time, even you come teach me something, I am a student as the teacher at that moment, as you are that. Not because you become a teacher, you're not a student anymore. This is an ongoing process till death do us part. I wish you to carry the slogan into your heart, till death do us apart. Till death do us part. So as we continue, we started practicing gratitude. fell in out of practice so many times because you're you cannot see the result, but only when you get much older and older and you look back and you see back how easy things are to pick up, how easy things are to go on with, how easy, because every sadhana you do, this goes with you beyond time and space. What? Yes, yes, yes. When you die, this concept of time and space falls off. There is no time, there is no space. Yes, you see it, you're aware of it, but it's put up. Anyway, we'll not go into those kinds of things. We'll keep it simple. So yeah, you need to be consequent in it. Now the possibility in Suriname is there that when you do yoga, pranayama, vipassana, whatever you do, you make art, you put tattoos on a body, you any creativity aspect of you. When you do all these sadhanas, come, sit with the plants. Some will turn on the light for you to see what you are working on and where you are gaining space. And some people you put them on yoga and after a year is not so interesting. It's more an exercise than something else. Or some of them, like if you put to 100 people, take it. All you yoga teachers out there. Put up statistics. Yes, you had 500 students. Yes, you had 1,000 students. Yes. Who cares? Because how much of these students after 1 year is still doing the practice? I remember I went one time to Art of Living and I met my first guru, Sam. He's an Art of Living teacher and his course was so good. It took me, every time they had the course I went about 8 or 9 times. I'll tell you the benefits of repetition in another thing, in another. But if you now sit with somebody and somebody gives you the correct and the way for you for this information, so everybody that is a yoga teacher, you know how you should examine and if I was I am a yoga teacher, but I don't want. But I would do this. This year, I have 100 people in the whole year. If 100 of these people, how much after the second year is still a student? That is how I will evaluate myself. Not you coming and doing my exercises, not understanding the sadhana that we are doing. You're coming and doing yoga for some target and purpose. You're fat, you're this, you want friends, you want socialize, you want blah 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 blah. Then after 3 months you leave, and then never you do it again. Because you opened up something and your body is now accustomed to that luxury of the yoga for 3 months. When you stop doing it after 3 months, your body will complain subconsciously. It will want it because it knows it's good for it. But you don't do it and then you get mentally fucked up and then you call it stress. Life is not going, I'm this, I'm that, and no. When you give sugar to an ant, the ant will come every time for the sugar. If never this ant, if I never, then you should never have done actually the yoga. You have never done the plant medicine because when we are working with you with certain sadhanas and certain substances and we're opening a certain part, don't worry about it, but don't talk too much about it, but be skillful with it and integrated with it, but you do not. You stop it. And then you crave happiness again. Going from place to place, and some people even like I heard some news from this people killing themselves in paradise, brothers and sisters, in paradise. I long for this paradise, and people are there killing themselves in this paradise. for me to go to this paradise, for me to go to Thailand again, I will need so much preparation. So special to do that then. One aims, one target, but I am very content. This is the difference. Even what I want, I don't want it inside of me. If it comes, it comes. I opened it up, I programmed it inside, and now I sit out the time. Don't focus, just work on you, where you are, what you are doing, who is in the direct vicinity, take that along with you. And this is also the problem for some people. They go in, this happened to me. I went into the practice and then I went deeply, and then they called me brainwashed, indoctrinated by some guru or this or that. No. If you put a plant in a room full of toxic, the plant will grow or die, but it will not get its fullest potential. So this is a solo road. I need to get out of this toxic. So I left. Leaving doesn't build up stuff, but the build up stuff is inside of me. This is what I will carry beyond time and space. Everybody doing a sadhana, thank you. Respect for your sadhana, because this will be your weapon when you transition into nothingness, when you transition into physical to non-physical. With this transitioning, your memory is coming along with you. In this memory, you have the memory of your tools. In your next life, you just have to be at the right place, and then it will come boom again. Do not think that your spiritual sadhana, sometimes it is dormant for 2-3 lifetimes, until some life you are again popping up in, and the circumstances are there to activate, reactivate all of this memory. You know, did we talk about ancient knowledge? Nobody needs to come tell Sharif about you are not from this tribe, you are not from that country. I do not. I never felt as if I'm a Surinamese person. It was too minim for me. Now I do not even identify to something from this planet. I am identifying myself beyond planets, beyond dimension of where this physicality ends. So, it's okay where you are, at what stage. Start having confidence. Only a few of you will wake up. Only a few. But I do not need to be from some country or some lineage or some. No. I took the most valuable information, seeds of knowledge, and I planted them. All my seeds are trees, and all my trees are giving fruits, and now there is a whole forest inside of me, a forest of seeds of knowledge. And I'm getting it from outside, but eventually that process even stopped for me, because the benefit of my spiritual sadhana brought me into the other way around. Without gathering information, you have it. You're connecting the dots without knowing from molecule up to what it is, but you're connecting the dots. You do not need so much information. You go to any knowledgeable person, they carry wisdom while you carry information that was gathered. When you do not gather any more information, there is wisdom that comes from inside out. Wisdom. So I sit as a wise person all my life, and so irresponsible, this and that, and still being judged like this and that. But don't you guys get it? For so many decennia, I have my timetable in my hand, and then this liberation, this gift of having your own time scale in your hand. Even if you have money or not, you have your time scale in your hand. The biggest liberation you can have. Me going to Holland, I did garbage work. You know why? I didn't want to go to work in a big corporation or something like that. Me doing my best, working targets, hours, and putting me under pressure and paying me bullshit at the end of the month while you drive a Ferrari. The people driving a Ferrari is doing it on you. You are the muscle, not the boss, not the this, not the you. But if you do not carry so much information in your system, you are afraid to go into the sea by yourself. You go with your company, then you wear your company's name, and you're so proud. You can do it for you. But you need to be content. You make it, you make it. You don't make it, you don't make it. Look around you. If I see all the successful people in my family, they are suffering. They are suffering the whole time. They are saying they have no time. Yes, this is a suffering in your system. You don't realize it. You have no time, this, that, wrong. You have all the time to spend on you, not on activity beyond you, enslaving you in so many different ways. If you're not satisfied with a little bit, you're not content. The seeking and craving is for more, more, more. I was talking to another friend and she asked me, please teach me meditation. I'm like, this is meditation. What I'm doing now is sitting and recycling and reciting and I'm very meditative actually every day without needing to close my eyes. From time to time I check my body, flexibility. I check everything, if everything is there, if I need to do then my exercise or not, because I'm content. And it took me a long time, and now I'm sitting here and I wish to share my methods of achieving this state called contentment without needing to back it up with a lot of money monthly. The moment when you go to a yoga teacher, please learn something that you can take home and do by yourself. If you I do not cannot do because other people, the group, the this, the that is your process. Then everything you say is telling you indirectly, go do it by yourself. That is your power, that's your inside strength going every day or every once, because this is even bullshit. When you do yoga, it's not 2 days in the week. Yeah, I have yoga on that day, and I'm like, man, you need an elite yoga teacher, somebody that takes your